Okay, we're going to do a surd equation here, a surd equation. And here's the question. You have x equals 2 minus the square root of 2x minus 5, and you're supposed to solve the equation. Well, this is what you do. The first step always when you have a surd like this is you isolate it. You get it by itself on one side of the equation. If you add root 2x minus 5 to both sides of the equation, it'll come over to the left. And this x, if you subtract x from both sides, the x will become minus x on the right-hand side. So in one step, you add root 2x minus 5, you take away x, and you get a mark for putting it in the right form with the surd isolated. That's what you've got to do. Now once the surd's isolated, you've got the square root of 2x minus 5 equals 2 minus x. Well, the way you get rid of a square root is you do the opposite. You have to square both sides. So look, here it is, square root 2x minus 5. It's just turned into 2x minus 5. Why? Because you squared it. And whatever you do to one side, you do exactly the same thing to the other side. You square 2 minus x. Well, I'm showing it over here. What does it mean, 2 minus x times itself? It means 2 minus x times 2 minus x. And then from grade 9, you learned how to do FOIL. And that's why I have a 4 here. 2 times 2 is 4. Now 2 times minus x, that gives me minus 2x. And that's the outside product. And then there's minus x times 2 on the inside. Well, that gives me another minus 2x. You see the minus 2x and the minus 2x, the outside and the inside combine to equal this minus 4x. So you've got to be able to do FOIL on here. Now minus x times minus x, that's why it's plus x squared. So you get a mark for being able to square both sides. Now, if you want to solve a quadratic, you've got to put it in standard form. That means you have to make one side 0. So what we do is we add 5 to both sides. Minus 5 plus 5 is 0. 4 plus 5, that's how I got the 9. Now I want to have 0 here, and there's plus 2x. So I take away 2x from this side. Now there's 0 here. Minus 4x minus 2x. That's how I got minus 6x. Now you could use the quadratic formula here with a is 1 and b is minus 6 and c is 9, but that would be a real waste of time because you can just put two brackets, x times x, minus 3 times minus 3 gives me the plus 9, and if you multiply x minus 3 like we did here times itself, you'll see a minus 3x and another minus 3x. That gives me the minus 6x. Well, it looks like the solution is x equals 3. 3 minus 3 makes this 0. But you're not finished. Hey, you'd get 5 marks here for figuring out that x plus 3 is the solution. But with these surd equations, when you square a square root, strange things can happen. It's possible for this solution to be no solution at all. We call it extraneous. So what you have to do is you have to test it. You have to take this 3 and put it back into the beginning here. 2 times 3 gives me 6. Well, 6 minus 5 is 1. The square root of 1 is 1. But 2 minus 3, well, that doesn't equal positive 1. It equals negative 1. So it doesn't work. The square root of 6 minus 5 doesn't equal 2 minus 3. You take this 3, put it back in, and show that you've checked it. And now we only had one solution here, but it's no solution at all, so there's no solution. And that's how this one works.